Disyembre, sa tulong ng proyektong Litter of Light, ay nabigyan ng libreng solar light bulbs ang mga lugar na sinalanta ng Bagyong Yolanda. At kaugnay po nito, makakapanayam natin ngayong umaga si Ilak Diaz, Executive Director ng Litter of Light. Good morning, Ilak.
Good morning.
And congratulations for all the good things that you do for our country.
Actually, sa dami-dami ng mga bagyo na tumatama, dapat tayo yung nangunguna sa mga solusyon, no? Sa mga ideas dahil laging itong nangyayari. At gusto na natin ng long term, no? Paano ba natin magawa ng solusyon? Hindi lang yung immediate na tinatawag na consumptive na pagkain, medicines, tubig. Pero ano ba yung mga long term?
Long term, oo.
Tapos yun, napakaswerte namin na yung Litter of Light was developed naman na pwedeng gaming massive implementation kaagad sa mga areas na nangangailangan hindi lang ng pabahay pero yung power, no, yung kuryente.
The first time we featured you, nung nagbago pa lang itong Litter of Light, yung pinapakita parang may mineral water bottle and then may tubig, tapos nilalagay siya sa roof. Pero ngayon parang binago nyo na, meron pang dagdag na solar panels nga ba? Tama?
Actually, nagsimula talaga siya sa complete solution, pero napakahirap i-explain kung paano isang bote na may tubig, magre-refract yung ilaw sa loob ng bahay, tapos kakalat sa loob. Yan yung para sa umaga, para makatipid ng kuryente. Ngayon, pag nakatipid na sila ng kuryente, makakabili sila yung next phase, no? Kasi nakakatipid sila ng 400 pesos. For about 550, 600 pesos, they can install a 1-watt solar light inside their house. So, that is the concept of solar, I think, na first in the Philippines, which is tipid ka muna sa kuryente, tapos pwede ka nang bumili sa mga natipid mo. Kasi yung dati is, kung hindi mo binili itong produktong to, hindi ko ibibigay sa'yo. Kung hindi ka mag-microcredit ng 36%, masisira. Yung second sa solar na hindi alam ng tao is nasisira yan. Pumunta kami ng Mindanao, no? Makikita mo isang malaking tambak ng mga solar mobile charger, mga solar lights. Bakit? Kasi pagkatapos ng 3 years, nasisira yung baterya or nasisira isang pyesa, wala silang makunan yan. Kasi patented, imported yan. So, tinatapon na lang nila. So, napakasayang. Every 3 years, magtatapon ka. So, sinasabi natin, why not build a grassroots solar livelihood para hindi lang sila makakagawa, hindi lang kikita ang Pilipinas, yung mga
may trabaho pa.
May trabaho sila, pero green na trabaho, no? At mapapailaw lang nila, hindi lang yung bahay nila, pero pwede nilang ibenta sa kabila. What's important? What's important is pag nasira, kaya nilang pumunta sa local electronic shop tapos makabili ng mga replacement parts.
At saka ang maganda dyan, hindi siya dole out. May equity yung mga tao.
Yes.
So, mas yung puso nila para dun sa proyekto, mas aalagaan nila ito dahil sila mismo yung gumawa.
Tama, it's also revolutionary in the sense that the Philippines, hindi lang siya tumatanggap ng mga solusyon, pero siya rin ang nakakabigay ng solusyon. Hindi lang para sa atin at para, kunyari, Davao, pero sa ibang mga bansa na are starting to have climate change. Ang unang nasisira is pag nahuhulog yung mga electric post. Yung sabihin, kung one source of power ka lang, which is yung power plant, tingnan mo, natamaan lahat yung mga isla. We need to start looking at diversified energy solutions. Ngayon, nakita natin, kunyari, Leyte and Samar had $300 million in donations sa mga malalaking mga solar. Ito mga solar water, yung water pumps, yung para sa classrooms. Ngayon, 3 years afterwards, nung kailangan natin, sira lahat. Imagine, $300 million in Samar and Leyte donated by an English company, today are broken because when you build it too big, na imported lahat ang bateryas, lahat, daming nasisira.
So, ito micro.
Oo, so ito yung, di ba, yung Philippines ang nag-invento ng sachet.
Right,
di ba? Yung
So, this is like sachet solar.
Sachet solar energy. And we have many more products of that. So, if you look at it, it's not just the bottle light. So, you have a bottle, you insert the battery and the 1-watt solar panel. But you also have mobile charger. So, we teach with Tesla. We teach also how to do mobile chargers. And yung pinakamaganda dun, yung street lighting system. So, immediately, you can use the local populace and dadali mo lang parts to be able to enact a movement. Imagine a grassroots energy company made by the people for themselves.
So gaano ka mahal yung isang unit na yung light bulb na yung merong maliit na solar panel?
Right. So right now, it's costing us 600 pesos. Kasi
600 pesos?
Wala pa kaming volume. But this will last 3.5 years. And then you just have to change the battery, no? And this battery is the common available computer replacement battery. So widely available dito.
And with 600 pesos, that's one light bulb already?
One light bulb that will turn on automatically. So it automatically turns on with the evening, or you could use a switch.
So hindi totoo yung sinasabi na ang mahal ng solar?
Hindi, kasi yung mahal ng solar, kasi nagde-depend lang tayo ng imported at patented at galing sa ibang bansa.
Pero
so may
if we
customs
make it
pa yan.
ourselves...
But the thing there is, like Habitat and Gawad Kalinga, we've learned to create this kind of new solutions for housing. Why not create a Habitat or Gawad Kalinga for energy that has, as you said, people equity, but at the same time, we invest in local skills, we invest in local industries, and the next time there's a disaster,
alam na nila kung anong gagawin. Pwedeng sila nang i-hire.
That's why today we're one of the largest independent NGOs that goes there with I think we've installed about 2,000 solar lights now, whether street lights, of course through the help of the US Embassy that gave us a grant, and PepsiCo that has given us lights to be able to implement it. But the nice thing there is we just bring the parts. Everything is installed, everything is built in that area, and they will be maintained over there. And then in the future, we hope that there is going to be a long time of poverty there. So we're saying, why not start looking for a green solution and build a green economy? That's what we want to do in Tacloban. What is something that has never been done before for disaster that can be begun in one of the worst disasters ever?
So nagpunta ka sa Leyte at nakasama mo ata si US Secretary of State John Kerry?
Well, he was looking at several NGOs to talk about, and he was saying, there are many NGOs that are there in every disaster. But what makes Tacloban different? He was saying, first of all, what is it that the Philippines is not just receiving, but what is that innovation is the Filipinos are pioneering? Kasi he doesn't want us to always be the one
dole out.
Pero he wanted to say, what is that spark? What is that spark of initiative? What is that spark of community by the people of Tacloban? That, working, of course, with this diverse public partnership that is creating something that could have a world solution. So, out of all these NGOs that was doing, massive amounts of dole out, this one was, a community uprising for bringing light to themselves. So, Palo, if you would see all the cemeteries lit up with this solar light. The refugee areas, they had solar lights, so they bring it out and in. And of course, the one with roofs, they have light every evening. And the interesting there is, we were already training people in Tacloban before the disaster struck. So the only light for kilometers, because you run out of candle, you run out of battery, you run out of, and of course, kerosene was not an option anymore because it was, there was no way to refill it. And of course, electricity, the power plants were down. So we not only did Tacloban, because it was so viral that you could teach people and create an army of production line. We were doing Cebu, and we were doing...
You're doing Iloilo daw, di ba?
We were doing 9,000 in Iloilo.
In Leyte, dito sa mga nasalanta ng Bagyong Yolanda, give us an overview. Gaano karami ang balak ninyong ilawan at ilan na ang nailawan ninyo?
Yung maganda kasi sa solution namin is it's an social enterprise. That means it will keep on growing as long as there's need.
But right now, ilan na ang napailawan?
2,000 na ang nagawa namin. Cebu, Bohol, at Tacloban. And now with the new year, and of course with John Kerry, we're attracting new investment.
Good.
And we're saying, all the companies don't just donate for consumptive. It's the rebuilding starts with this survival kit that has to have light. So that's what we're trying to do.
Kasi hindi naman pwedeng relief goods forever ang ibinibigay.
Tapos we need to start something na has a long-term effect. So the investment that we do in investing in skills with TESDA will allow us to replicate and expand this thing for not only the community we help, but we can use them as the production center for bigger ones. So hopefully we can get involved with yung mga bunk houses na ginagawa. Most of these areas are,
ang bunk houses wala daw kuryente na na
so
provided.
So hopefully we get we can talk to DPWH. I was very inspired by that, and we can light up all the walkways, all the bunk houses. I mean, it's not the brightest one. You don't need big when you have nothing at all. Just 1 watt in a dark place is enough.
It's light.
Now I think for the bunk houses, because there's families, we might even put 2 watts, but that's the start of innovation. So once you start teaching people how to do it, they can make flashlights.
At saka may mobile charger. So,
may mobile charger din.
So you can charge your cell phone.
Pati yung mga fishermen, they can develop it. This is a spark that will lead to many, many other things that is not addressed by the Green Livelihood Program. This is the start of looking at when everything's destroyed. This is a light that can be garnered from one of the most sustainable sources, which is the sun. But that's just one of many, many solutions that will happen. So when John Kerry saw this, he really pulled us out and said, look, of course, through I was a U.S. alumni scholar, and I was able to use this knowledge to be able to start up this kind of revolution. So I want the Philippines, the message is we're not only recipients, but we can also be benefactors of knowledge to other areas that are being hit now by climate change, by this movement of using the community as a as a livelihood program to be able to light up not only their houses but build a social business that will be able to light up Tacloban and other areas.
All right, 600 pesos. With 600 pesos, you can change a family's life.
2,500 pesos to have a street light.
To have a street light. Oo, ma-change yung mababago nyo na
chargers, 1,100 pesos. But the nice thing there is 30% of that goes to the community, and as we become more sophisticated, we'll be able to order. The problem is also with customs; they don't support these kind of donations for green technology. So at the same time, maybe we can work with DSWD. We can actually put down that price to almost 300, 400 pesos if we just take out most of the taxes.
So if people have money to spare, 600 pesos to spare, saan sila pwedeng lumapit if they want to contribute and donate kahit na isang unit lang for one family?
And not only that,
So,
we're talking first of all, because we have such a big number, if you can talk to mga electrical engineering schools, if you can have your students volunteer their time to build it, we will even make it to have it cheaper. So we have we have a center in Tesla that can accept volunteers to help us.
So how do they get in touch with Litter of Light?
It's alitteroflight.org on internet or 0918-940-3513.
Teka, ulitin natin yan. alitteroflight.org.
alitteroflight.org that's our website. And you can there's a messaging system there, or info@litteroflight.org or 0918-940-3513. Telecom centers that want to donate to people to keep staying online, we can start out with this mobile charging kits. A life begins, rebuilding starts with a symbol of hope, and a light that lights up your family at night is might look simple, but people gather around it because hope is what they need right now. And green technologies, it's about time that we start using it rather than succumb to the same process of, if there is no mainstream electrical power like electrical plant, that we have to suffer in darkness. That shouldn't be the case anymore.
Maraming salamat. Very inspiring kasi hindi lang kayo tumutulong, tinutulungan nyo rin yung mga taong tulungan ang sarili nila. Maraming salamat. Ilak Diaz, Executive Director ng Litter of Light.